Okay, so been working on this quad for quite a while now, trying to get it started. It starts occasionally, runs great, no stalls, nothing. I've taken out for a ride or two. Um, but we just keep running into the same starting issue. Um, that kind of chug and log and chug and log and chug and log. Fast, slow, fast, slow. And if you have a 700 and you're having that issue, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not your battery, it's not your starter, it's nothing electric, it's your decompression. And basically your camshaft is where your decompression lives. So on a lot of the older dirt bikes, and I don't know if any of the TRXs had it, you had a little lever up here, which was a manual decompression for kickstarting. Honda, when Honda got really stupid in the mid 2000s, they said, let's put that on the camshaft. Let's automate that. Now we have a 1 cent spring holding this whole starting system together. And that spring fails. Honda does not sell a replacement, and it needs to be a very specific weight. So I spent a lot of time tuning for the right weight spring. And it's just something you got to play with to figure it out. I used like a trigger pull gauge for firearms, for gunsmithing, and I think... So my spring, the original spring that was worn out, was registering like 1 ounce of pressure on the decompression. And then I put in a spring that was heavier, and that was like 1 pound, 1 ounce, or like 1 pound, 6 ounces, and that was too much. And I went down, and it's probably at like 6 or 8 ounces right now. And it was working. And basically, if you have too heavy of a spring, the decompression will just stay open while the four-wheeler is idling, and it won't close. The centrifugal force won't be enough to close it until you give it some gas. So you have to kind of fine-tune it. And it sucks because, again, when Honda got stupid in the mid-2000s, they decided no gasket for your valve cover, and you have to do gasket maker every single time. It's terrible. And so as you can see now, my beautiful powder-coated head is just a mess with this gasket maker. But basically, to prove that we're having a decompression issue, so if you look in the Honda service manual, you will see that we want 65 PSI compression, which is not a lot. And it's not a lot because you want the decompressor working. And so basically now we're going to look, I'll show you guys. Getting 90 psi, so that's 50% higher compression than what we're supposed to be dealing with, and that's very unfortunate, because this thing started and ran perfectly for like a week straight, and I started it like over a dozen times, several times a day, took it out on a ride, got it up to heat a couple times, and I think it was basically after I took it out for like a 45-minute ride, it started having the issue again. I think once I got some serious heat through it, it just... something happened. So I'm going to pull this off now. But basically, moral of the story here is, if you're having a stop-and-go start, it's your decompression, and you're kind of fucked. You might need to buy a new camshaft, honestly. And unfortunately, I have a webcam in here, which is a rebuilt cam, so... who knows where to get these springs? Who knows where to get these decompression systems? If anybody knows anything, let me know, and I hope this helps somebody.